Hi, and welcome back to the Studio Scoop.
This week we're diving into a fun new topic that I know someone is going to get excited about. We're going to be talking about the origin stories of some of our favorite Disney princesses.
Okay, fine. I might have a slight obsession with The Little Mermaid.
A slight...
Okay, fine. I might have a slight obsession with The Little Mermaid.
A slight...
Well, okay, since I am an expert on her, I insist we start with Ariel.
All right, go for it.
Well, The Little Mermaid is based off of an 1837 tale about, obviously, like a mermaid who wanted to go to the land to marry a prince. But she needed legs, and so she goes to Ursula, the sea witch, and Ursula's like, okay, you need a soul, but you have to earn it yourself. I'll give you the legs, and the legs feel like she's being tortured, but she has to earn her soul. So she goes and tries to get the prince to fall in love with her to earn a soul. But it doesn't work. The prince falls in love with another woman, and then Ursula is like, okay, I'll give you another deal. So if you kill the love of your life, then you will get a soul. And Ariel's like, okay, fine, I'll do it. And then so she shows up to the wedding, but she like can't bring herself to kill him because she just loves him too much. So she kills herself instead, and she sacrifices herself. And as her spirit is going into the air, Ursula is like, okay, I'll give you a soul, but she was sentenced to like 300 years of good deeds before she finally got a soul. And all of the other characters in this tale are pretty twisted too. Like all of the sisters were sirens. Like they would lure sailors into the water to kill them. So yeah, everybody else in the story is pretty twisted, but I honestly love how Disney turned it into such a good kids show. Like in the real Little Mermaid, when it came out, it was just such a cute and happy ending. Like her and her Prince Eric, like they were just the cutest couple ever. And
Okay, we get it. You're obsessed with Ariel. But you know who you aren't giving that much credit to?
who could be better than a mermaid?
Belle from Beauty and the Beast. She was courageous enough to sacrifice her freedom and be imprisoned by a beast for her father.
Well, I guess you're right. So what's the story about Beauty and the Beast?
So in this version of Beauty and the Beast, Belle's father gets on the beast's bad side, and the beast decides that either he kills the father or the father brings one of his daughters to die as punishment. And the father offers himself, but Belle, being the kind soul that she is, sacrifices herself in order for her father not to die. And she goes to the beast castle and offers herself. But the beast, once he sees her, falls in love with her at first sight, and he decides to keep her in his castle. And basically, every day, the beast spoils her with these very nice pieces of jewelry and very nice clothes, and he asks for her hand in marriage every single day for months, and Belle flat out refuses. So one day she was fed up. She wanted to go back to her family's house, and so she asked for the beast's permission, and the beast allows it. And so she goes and she visits her family, but she ended up staying too long. And one night she had a dream where she envisioned the beast dying, alone in the castle. And this dream made her realize that she actually really loved the beast and cared for the beast. So she decided to take this dream as a warning, and she went back to the castle. And when she went back to the castle, she found the beast lying on the ground almost dead. And he tells her that he had not been eating every single day that she wasn't there. And mind you, she was gone for a while. So with this, she decides that the beast, and she decided to stay with him. And when he asked for her hand in marriage again, she agreed. But yeah, that's basically the story.
So about Snow White, the 1857 version of Snow White is Snow White eventually runs off to the dwarves. They have no names in this story. I think they're made up later on for the Disney purpose and version, and they have individual personalities. So the queen actually comes to the dwarves' house 3 times, and each time she leaves with Snow White apparently dead. And then the 3rd time she comes back with a really poisonous apple. So she convinces her stepdaughter to taste the apple by biting on the side that's not poison. And then she takes a bite and she falls down and she's dead. The dwarves can't revive her, and they put her in this glass coffin, which as part of the movie. And then years later, a prince comes to the house, and she sees her, and he falls in love with her, which is kind of weird because she's dead at this point. She's not alive. And then he asks the dwarves to buy her from them. So they agree, and the servants are carrying her home. They drop her. Apparently, when she drops to the floor, it performs the Heimlich maneuver, and the chunk of the poison comes out of her mouth.
Oh my god.
And she comes back to life. There's no kiss at all. She just gets dropped. As gratitude for somehow saving her life, Snow White and the prince, they get married, and the evil mother is invited to the wedding. When she sees Snow White alive, and then she's marrying the prince, she is so petrified, she could not move. She had to put on red hot slippers and dance until she fell down dead. And that's basically the end.
Of course, but I still think that The Little Mermaid is a classic.
Everyone has their own opinions, but that pretty much sums up our favorites.
So if you guys want to tell us who your favorite Disney princess is, or even a fun fact about them, comment down below.
And don't forget to tune in next week for the next Studio Scoop episode.
Thanks for listening.
Bye!